Ladder 16, car 12, electrical shop, 140 Navarre Street, RSBFTN, 46C, 46C, engine 53. Ladder 16, car 12, electrical shop, 140 Navarre Street, RSBFTN, 46C, 46C, Durham Fox 3721, Ransom and Clare Avenue, 1127.
He's a third-party caller. He was walking by, a male and a female were arguing. The female asked him to call police. She should be in a blue jacket. The male's in a yellow jacket. They went towards Grove Hall. The caller stated that he did not see anyone with a knife. The female appeared to have some scratch on her face.
Silence calling engine 53. That is for an infant child. An infant child. It's like a baby under the age of 1. Love cleaner. Loud and clear, high speed silence. 1129.
If you don't have badges, you're going to go down the street, take a left here, just for registration.
Ladder 29, respiratory distress, 27 Bradshaw Street, Dorchester. Ladder 29, respiratory distress, 27 Bradshaw Street, Dorchester. Urine spot 3366 McClellan and Bradshaw Street, 1130.
No, but it's just...
Leave it at the 530 Ocean. Okay, thanks, Brad.
Ladder 7, an unconscious person, 776 Dudley Street, Dorchester. Ladder 7, an unconscious person, 776 Dudley Street, Dorchester. Urine spot 176.
This is all private here?
It's all private?
This is all private. So public is right over here at this
Right
island
there.
here. Okay?
So isn't this public access though?
No. So this is all private, part of the Heinz Center.
But
so
you got people walking
right outside
across
the
here, though,
pillars.
right?
Yep. But you got to go right over here, okay? Do whatever you want, but
So what about this? This is private too?
this is all private. Everything under this awning here.
So
just-
I
just
got
check
a
with
question for you.
Yeah.
So do they block the sidewalk off like once a year?
Do they?
Do they block it off once a year?
Why do you ask that?
Because if they don't block it off once a year, then it becomes public.
So this is all private. Okay.
So where's the public? So,
over here.
So you're expecting the public to walk on that?
And across the street.
No. So
Hey, listen.
I'm only asking a question because say,
We can walk over here because
say for example,
right now.
say for example, somebody was.
I'm not really interested in giving you examples. So if you come back over here, you're subject to arrest. Okay.
But I'm telling you, I'm asking you a question.
I'm
So
not interested in answering your questions. So you can.
So,
This
so
is the public.
if a public person wants to use the wheelchair, how would they use the wheelchair?
They can go across the street.
So they have to cross the street to use the wheelchair?
They can go over here.
But this has to be public access then. It can't be both.
Yeah. So
Like-
this is private. This is public.
So this is
That's
only
it.
public here.
So you can stand on the sidewalk.
So like how far public? Because you have to have at least an easement of 42 inches.
Okay. So this is public. This is private.
So
you wanna film, you can go over
if I
here.
call Mayor Wu, right, and I ask
Yeah,
her,
give her a call.
how come we don't have a public sidewalk on this side of the street?
That's a good idea. Give her a call.
I'm gonna have to ask that question because this has to be a public sidewalk, right? You got public walking across here. These people are not trespassed, right? So I don't understand that. How could that be? You got to have a public easement. By law, you got to have a public easement for the public to walk on the side. You can't walk in the street. If a person had a wheelchair, how would they walk on this? So that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you got a small sidewalk so this is the public sidewalk right here. Because I'm looking at it. This is public sidewalk right here. Sir,
Yes, this is all private. Okay. So if you want to stand on the sidewalk, you can. You can go way down here, past these pillars, and stand on the sidewalk.
I got a question for you. Who's in charge of the building? Because this is public right here. I'm looking at the easement. So where I'm standing right now is public. Because look, this is a public sidewalk. You can't arbitrarily take a sidewalk away and make it private. This awning is over the public sidewalk. Just so you look at.
I'm not interested in having this conversation. You can stand there.
But right here, look where I'm sitting right now. This you tell me this is
The
not
point you're
public.
making is very dumb.
It's not dumb.
It is dumb.
It's educational.
No, it's not educational. You
So
don't even know what you're talking about.
So tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't.
Okay, so you don't
Down
think
the
that public has to have an easement? So if your mother came on in a handicapped
Talk
wheelchair,
about my mother.
I'm not talking about. I'm asking you a question about your mother. So if your mother was walking down the street in a wheelchair, where was she supposed to walk?
How about right here?
You want to walk in the street?
Is this the street?
This is the street.
This is the driveway.
So where was she walking?
You're not listening.
So okay,
Does this look like a street to you?
it's a roadway. It's a
driveway.
It's a roadway.
You don't. I'm done talking to you. Get on the sidewalk.
So I'm gonna stand right here.
Get on the sidewalk.
I'm gonna stand right here because this is public.
That's not it. Get on the sidewalk.
This is public right
Get on
here.
the sidewalk. You can be placed under arrest.
So you're
Yeah.
shoving me right now.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's assault. That's an assault right there. Just so you know. What's your name and badge number, sir?
Moore 1989.
I didn't get you. Say it again, please.
Moore 1989.
Moore 1989. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. He's gonna tell me that if I stand right here, and he actually shoved me, so that's not good either. That's I don't have to make a complaint against. You saw that? He kind of shoved me to the side, which you physically can't do. On the public sidewalk, on the public easement,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
yeah.
They're
They're nasty.
nasty? Oh, that's good to know. You too, you take care. Be strong out there. So we got a problem here. This is a public easement because see that fire hydrant right there in front of me? There's no way you can tell me that beyond that fire hydrant is. I mean, I understand over here because this is into their property. I understand that part right there. That's kind of into their property. But they took away the city sidewalk by putting this up here. See this right here? You have to have an area where handicapped people can walk. You cannot say this is a public sidewalk and there's no handicap access. I mean, okay, we're gonna walk up here and look at the public meter. Why is there a paid meter right here? City lights, but you have a small section, a very small section. Now, if I wanted to be an asshole, I could take the arrest and fight it and beat it, no problem, because I know for sure that this area here, Heinz Convention don't own these sewers. I know they don't own that city storm drain. I'm pretty sure they don't own the city sewer. I'm pretty sure they don't own that. Now, this right here belongs to the city of Boston. That drain right there. I don't think they own that either. I'm pretty sure they don't own that. If you see it, that's why I document this kind of stuff. This dumps up to the Charles River. So that's why you document stuff like this. And a lot of times I would edit that stuff and take it off, but you got City of Boston street lighting right here. Very interesting. He said, I don't know what I'm talking about. So guys, what do you think? Now I know this is the Heinz Convention right here. I'm not gonna argue this right here. That area right where the doorway where I was standing, that's Heinz Convention. I understand that part. But this part right here, it's not Heinz Convention at all. He said, I'm not talking about his mother. I'm asking him a question. If his mother was in a wheelchair, where would he expect his mother to walk? Now, talking about someone's mother would be like, how you say it? Saying a bad word about the mother, or saying their mother is, and even if I did say that, that's freedom of speech, so I can say anything I want to say. But the fact that he got bent out of shape by me asking a question about if his mother, because the reason why I say if it's your mother, because your mother is somebody you're supposed to respect, and you're supposed to honor, and you wouldn't want your mother on a wheelchair riding on this thing here. She has to have an accessible area. So the accessible area would be this sidewalk here. So if that's done that way, then this is done wrong. The Heinz Convention should never have put this up here, because you need the public access to walk on. You can't say this is if you got the public walking on this, and I think if they walk on it, I learned that in civics class, I think if they don't block the sidewalk off at least once a year, it becomes public, even though I gotta check and see how the laws are set up now, but if you don't block the sidewalk at least once a year, the sidewalk automatically becomes public, because the public been using it for consecutive time over and over again. You haven't blocked it off at least once a year. At least that's what I learned back in the day. Well, we're talking about over 50 years ago, but still. And see, he doesn't know what he's talking about, because if he did, he could at least debate what I was saying. But I was basically coming here to document what I see here. So you're saying that this has to be public, right? But you got to have at least a sidewalk that you can walk on. That's not a sidewalk to walk on. Interesting, very interesting. I gotta, I'm not even gonna say that part. But I thank the people that give me the ideas out there. You guys that give me the, how you doing? I'm not gonna say his name. He's a photographer out here. I'm not gonna. He might have been out here taking pictures. He might not have been, but I thank the people that give me the ideas that to come out and do videos, because I can look at it, go back and look at it, and understand what's going on. I'm gonna later on look up the footage and pull up that officer's name, and I'll make a complaint against him, because he